I'm Luis Araujo, I'm Technical Support Engineer for Industrial Networking Products at Belden, and in this video I'm going to show you how to configure the Hirschmann switches in 2 simple steps. In order to do this, you'll need 3 things. First, you'll need the switches that you want to configure. I have 4 of them right here. Second, you'll need patch cords. It could be copper or fiber. And last, you need a laptop running Windows or Linux, which is where we're going to install the high discovery software, which we will use to set the IP addresses in the switches. In my demo network, I will set the switches I have here on my desktop as switch number 1, switch number 2, 3, and 4. And I will set the following IP addresses for each one of them. So this one will be 192.168.1.10. This one will be .20.30.40. And my laptop, I have set it up with 192.168.1.123. Alright, so let's go to the configurations. The first step of the 2 is to connect all switches using the patch cords. Okay, so now I have all switches connected and also my laptop, and notice that my laptop is connected into this port of the switch number 2, but it could also be connected into any other port of any other switch, so you can choose to connect your laptop into the closest switch that you have in the closest panel. It doesn't really matter which one. The second step, we are going to configure the IP addresses into the switches, and for this we need to start the high discovery, and you will see the list of the switches connected in the network. In order to set the IP address, you just double click on the line, you'll see a little screen popping up, and the RSPE is the switch number 4, so the IP address should be 192.168.1.40. The net mask should be 255.255.255.0, and we can also edit the switch name. We'll do the same for switch number 2, switch number 1, and finally the switch number 3. With all switches configured, you can perform a ping test in order to see if it worked, if everyone's reachable. And so we can start CMD here, ping the IP address. If you can ping the switch, you can already access the graphical user interface. And as you can see here, all switches are different, so it's easy to spot. But if they were all the same, you can use the signal tool that will make the ports blink. Okay, so after performing the configurations described in step 2, your switch is basically configured, and you can now access it via the graphical user interface or even via command line interface to perform the most advanced configurations. And I'll get into that in the next videos. Thanks for watching.